Mic check, mic check.
It's pretty much 5 o'clock, and you're watching Chelsea and Tony live.
And we are technically alive today.
We're technically alive. Submit your photos right now. Come on. You should have done it already. As soon as the show starts, go to sdp.io/submit, and today we'll be taking your travel photos. So go and do that, and I'll take a moment to tell you that this show is made entirely possible by Squarespace. Whether you need a domain, website, or online store, make your next move with Squarespace. They have beautiful award-winning templates. It's super easy to use. If you can drag and drop, you can make a Squarespace portfolio. They have great customer support, and you can get a free trial today. No credit card needed, nothing like that. Just go to squarespace.com, and if you decide that you like it, you can use the offer code portfolio to get 10% off. That's squarespace.com/Tony, coupon code portfolio.
Thanks, Squarespace.
Pretty sweet.
If you have your own Squarespace portfolio, go to sdp.io/link. Give it to us, and we will literally look at it over the course of the next hour, probably like half an hour from now.
Yeah, it can be a free trial too if you just have a free one.
Yeah.
It's within the 14 days you can send it to us.
I just redid my Squarespace portfolio. It was super easy. It took me like 10 minutes, and I had a whole new, fresh design that worked better on mobile devices, and they make it so easy.
I'm jealous. I have to do that.
Hey, there's a couple of ways you can talk to us. You can just write a comment, and our screener out of Rochester, New York, Chris Reddy,
Hi, Chris.
can read it to us. So just ask us questions.
Hello.
If it's not like, is this lens better than that? If it's anything but that, yay. If you can be funny, that'd be awesome.
Oh, yeah.
It's a stretch.
I welcome the humors.
You can use hashtag TCLive on Instagram or Twitter. And Justin can toss those tweets up on the screen. How you doing today, Justin?
I'm fantastic. Thank you for asking.
Good.
How are you guys doing?
We're good. Everything's fine. Nothing's wrong at all.
This week is travel photography, and next week, prepare for surrealism and abstract. Chelsea,
you're
you
weird.
will need to really tell people what that should be.
Surrealism is something that wouldn't typically happen in real life. You can look at Salvador Dali. He's probably one of the most famous surrealists. There's also a really great photographer. I'm going to put it down in the comments. Her name's Louisa something on Instagram. I can't remember. But she does really cool things like she photoshops like floating islands in the sky. And you have to see it. I can't even describe it. It's really beautiful. I'll put that in the comments after. And then abstract is, of course, something you can't immediately recognize. It could be super macro or something like that. You can Google it if you're unsure. That's a whole thing.
All right, I think I'll try the surrealism thing. That sounds pretty cool.
Yeah, I'm going to try that too.
Would you count those things when people set up like a little motorcycle and put some squirrel food there, and then the squirrel looks like it's riding a motorcycle? Does that count?
You know, I don't know.
If somebody does that, I'm
guess.
definitely going to count it because I really want to see some
Okay. I don't know.
squirrel
what that
motorcycle
counts.
riders.
It's like squirrel humor. This is his own category.
As we review your pictures this week, the best pictures, we'll give them pics. Then at the end of the show, we round those up for Chris. Chris complains that we gave too many pictures pics, and then you get a chance to vote on them after the show.
You do a little, just a little.
Some days we give way too many pics out. We're like, it'll be a good set. It'll be like, oh, we have 50 pics this week.
Yeah, we got generous.
You can go to sdp.io/vote after the show is done to vote. And last week's winner, 2 weeks ago,
Boz Andrews. We had a fantastic macro show, and he won. This is an amazing picture. And Boz, you'll be getting a $20 gift certificate to our store. We'll email you. And anyone else, you can check out stuff at sdp.io/store. And Boz, you can get a book there, ebook, t-shirt, Justin not included. Pretty cool.
A patch.
A patch.
Yeah, we should advertise those patches. Nobody buys.
I gave out one patch at WPPI.
Really?
Yeah, I brought a bunch for people, and then I forgot. I only remembered the first person, and then I was just like very swept up.
I just feel a little silly to be like, hey, it's good to meet you. Here, you want a patch?
He was kind of like,
Do you know how to sew stuff?
he was like, oh, thank you. I will put this in a place.
Some people just have business cards for me to throw away.
He said he'd use it as a bookmark.
That's
Okay.
nice of him to say.
And then he threw it in the garbage.
While you're sending your pictures in, we'll talk about some photo news. Chelsea, how striking were these landscape photos by Ruben Wu?
Ruben
You know how he did these?
with the drone. I saw the article at Petapixel.
Awesome.
Cheater. Yeah, I don't know. I wish I'd researched it more, but yeah, he strapped some sort of light to a drone and added it to the landscape. But I think that is such a clever idea. And he got some pretty amazing results out of it.
That looks like, okay, that's an amazing picture anyway, but that truly looks like something from another planet.
Doesn't it though? It's kind of surreal, you might even say.
Yeah.
Great shots, Ruben.
You win all the picks, Ruben.
I know it's not a new camera, but we got the XH1, and I'm not even sure that I'm going to bother doing a review on it. I'm kind of curious what people think. Like, should we review it? I wanted to make a tutorial about it because those people like those.
Yeah.
But
you're not sure if you should do a review?
Yeah, because people have had it now for weeks. We're at the very bottom of. We're not on Fuji's list, but other people have had it for some time. So
well, maybe we could make a review, and if it's not terrible, maybe we'll get on their list.
Maybe so. Okay, let's take a look at some pictures. I'll do an import. Well, I just swear I just deleted all of these. Okay.
Did you?
I'm going to import some pictures.
Great. I'm really looking forward to seeing everyone's travel photos. Just dead air. Nobody's going to talk to me.
Yeah, no.
Thanks, Justin. I'm not lonely or anything.
I'm anxious to see your travel photos from Morocco.
Oh,
they
yeah.
look great.
We haven't posted many of them.
I've been putting stuff on Instagram, so definitely check Instagram and you can see our shots.
We got back from Morocco and tried to catch up and then went right to Vegas for WPPI and the Sony event. So I haven't had a chance to really go through those pictures thoroughly. I'm sure there's something in there. A lot of blue stuff, for sure.
Okay. Travel photos. Oh, this is awesome. This is like Instagram gold. People love this stuff on Instagram.
Wow.
Euro trip.
But I
It's a
don't
movie?
quite get a context of where it is.
On top of a mountain.
Yeah, I guess that's a mountain. What I like about it is the sort of haze in it, the like nice natural colors, the fact that there's a prominent focal point in it, the subject separation.
Okay. So we have a photo here of some kind of show. I mean, I guess it's kind of travel-y if you go see a show. I think I like the picture.
Yeah.
And
I'm so weirded out by the lady in the background. You know what I mean?
she looks very cool to me.
I guess I would pick a composition that maybe simplified it a little bit because they're kind of competing with each
I
other.
will say that the background is very bright and her face is the focal point and not the brightest thing in the picture.
Yeah, I would love to see this simplified a little bit. Like ask yourself, especially because so many places tourists go are so crowded and there can be so many signs and bright colors, ask yourself, what is the simplest way I can tell the story that I want to tell? And maybe here you're saying you're at some sort of show, but maybe you can break it down into the key elements, which, maybe it's a close-up of her face and hair and the umbrella. And even that crop, I think, really helped a lot.
Oh, wow. You had a genuine wow from Justin. I don't know if you heard it, but
Just the detail just blew me away.
the colors are beautiful too.
Yeah.
I've been wanting to go to Nashville and now I want to go even more.
Yeah, I've never been to Nashville. Maybe I think I drove through it, but
What do you think about his moon game?
I think Peter Lick could sell this picture for $1 million.
Okay, that was diplomatic. Yeah, I really like the colors. You get incredible detail, beautiful composition with the boat kind of going into the moon. I think I'd make the moon a little smaller, but that's just my taste, Jonathan. Who even cares about me?
I bet if you make a big print of that on glass, people will love
We
it.
need to give this a pick.
Yeah, good job, Jonathan.
Okay.
I love it. I'm giving it a pick right away. I like her eye contact. I
Yeah.
love mixed eye contact. I don't know why. That's one of my favorite things.
It's
to see
not
in an
just her
image.
eye contact. It's her arms are put out and her knees are up, and she's almost framing herself. She's demanding space within the frame.
Mm.
It's really nice. This hat is so bright and distracting. You blew out the highlights here on the deck and the hat. If there's any way to recover that, please do, because this is pulling my attention away, this triangle, and this is where it should be on the girl.
Yeah, and we've also lost the three-dimensional form of the hat.
Would you crop into that dock at all to kind of get rid of that distraction, or is that
That's
not cool?
actually a pretty good idea, yeah.
I don't want to crop into her hand, but it would help a little. It would be really nice. I'm pretty sure this is just gone. Yeah, it's gone. Okay. Still a great picture. Wow.
This one really says travel to me. I love the inclusion of the cars in the foreground. The dust that they're kicking up matters. The depth, the haze, the like God rays that we have going on.
Really beautiful.
I love that you perfectly split it 50-50 between the mountains and the road. You get a pick, right? That's an awesome shot.
You got to pick.
We're tracking to have a lot of picks this week, but those are really good shots.
Quite frankly, I'm scared. Wait,
What happened?
I thought it was the same Jonathan. Okay. We got the staircase shot.
What's up with that card? Is it a
Is it meaningful?
part of the story? No, I think it's just like a flyer from the museum.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Vatican Museum.
There's a nice picture.
Yeah, I think it's a nice shot.
Vatican stairs.
Good geometric shot. Classic shot. I
Jack.
like this sort of shot. You know, I take a lot of these types of shots where I isolate some element. Perfect rule of thirds with the horizon. I love the colors here, the yellow and the green and the blue.
Yeah, I like it. I like it too. It feels a little unbalanced to me. If I had to give a criticism, I'm going to intensify the colors a little bit since that's the story, Jack. And I would balance it a little bit. I don't want to mess you up here, but maybe like an 8x10. Tony, can you believe I'm the cropper today? Are you shook? And so I'm trying to balance this doorway with the lamp, and then you have the balance of the colors, the yellow and the blue, just a little bit different.
I like that. I think the original crops could still work if you did like a big vertical print for your house, like floor to ceiling type thing.
This is nice. I think they're looking at his picture that he took.
Oh yeah. From Lincoln Monument, I think. I think it's a good shot. I like the toning on it and everything. You sort of capture that moment. I mean, it tells such a common travel story, which is, hey, I'm in a tourist place surrounded by tourists.
Yeah.
But I think it's a good shot. I think it's interesting.
Enhance with photo lemur.
I love the idea of photo lemur almost as much as photo llama, but is photo lemur responsible for that weird thing on the right edge of the frame?
Oh, is this integrated into here? This whole thing is
bezel, yeah.
Yeah, this is very distracting. I like that you have
Yeah, I've
your own-
literally only looked at the watermark so far. I haven't taken in any of the other
Me
pictures.
too. And I like that you have branding, and I think it's great that you're thinking about that, but your watermark is overwhelming your photo a bit.
Photo Limmer is a editor, isn't it?
Oh, they
yeah, I
edited.
think it's like an online photo editor,
Rob, what
and it did that at Bevel.
Oh my gosh, Rob.
Yep.
My apologies.
Yep. it
How
sure
could
is.
Photo Lemur do this to you? I blame them. I give a thumbs down to Photo Lemur and a thumbs up to Rob.
Well, I think the mountain is an interesting subject, but you'll probably have to find a more interesting foreground subject since the foreground has so much more contrast in the background, and just keep shooting it at different times of day, different weather conditions, find some more interest in the sky.
Oh my God.
That is really cute. I would call it more like adventure photography than travel photography because it doesn't tell me anything about the location where you are. That's kind of how I determine travel photography, but I love that dog. We took our dog for a couple of kayak rides too. And
They really
love
liked it. Well, one of them liked it.
Yeah, the adventurous one.
Kyle Gutierrez. Okay, good colors. I like this line here, the mountains, the two lines. I love when that happens. Like you get that haziness, it adds a lot of depth. Where are we here with this swanky hotel? This is kind of the focal point, which disappoints me because all this is so pretty.
Yeah, and maybe it's through a
How about-
hotel window or something.
maybe.
I'm not sure. You might just watch the processing too. We have some kind of weirdness going on at the edge there.
I don't get a travel-y vibe, Bob, but I am liking this.
Yeah, I think it's a really nice composition. I think putting the moon there does balance the composition a little bit.
It's a little green for me, so I added some magenta. Okay, good photo. Ooh, this gives me travel vibes.
We have to level, right?
Level it. Okay.
Where are we? About there?
No. Find a straight line in the center of the picture.
Well, okay.
It's tough.
Yeah, it really can be, especially when you're dealing with lens distortion. That looks about right to me. You think I'm off?
Yeah.
I
Like
think
the
it's
bottom
crooked.
of the bridges, if you look at the bottom of the bridges.
Let's see what Lightroom thinks it should be. Is that better?
That looks good.
Okay. Lightroom sometimes is better than me.
Okay.
Okay. So I think we've been either through some pushing of the clarity slider or some HDR processing, but what's common is the end result is a very low contrast picture. And as you look at the histogram, you can see there's basically no highlights in here. It's all sort of bunched together. So I would try to spread that out a little bit, adjust the exposure, adjust the white point, the black point, and just restore some of that contrast in there. And it's going to be a much more powerful picture.
So I'm pressing Alt and dragging the whites, and that's why I can see all of the highlights now. And if you look at the difference there, this one looks a little bit flat, and this one has more contrast. You can do the same thing, press Alt and drag down this black slider and make sure you have a black point in your photo. And there you go. And now we're learning. I'm going to give you a pick.
Good shot.
Look at that water.
Yeah, that's what I really like about it is it's so sort of perfectly square. I do wish I had a more prominent focal point though. I'm fascinated by the color of the water, but then my eye doesn't have anywhere to fall.
You know what I really love? I'm going to take it way down. Don't feel crazy. The yellow with the blue.
That's cool.
Yeah, you have a good eye for color.
That's like what really got me. Let's keep rolling.
This is a classic cityscape, right?
They're open, but they don't look it.
And the air is actually clear enough that you can kind of see the mountain in the background. It's definitely the kind of shot that will improve the more times you visit. And you could visit this 100 times, and one of those 100 times is going to be better than all the others. And this is not a bad time of day. It's fairly clear. You can see the mountain and stuff, but at the same time, you might get a more interesting sky. It seems like the sun is hidden behind haze or something, so the light is very soft. You know, get the sun low in the sky. It might create some more interesting shadows and add some more depth to the picture. Nonetheless, I think it's a great spot for shooting, and the picture turned out really well.
Yeah, I just brought up the highlights again and brought down the black point like I did in the last photo, and you can see it looks more clear.
SDP.io/top tip.
Top tip.
I call that because it's our top tip
We
that
give
we give
it
out all the time.
Do you like this photo? Is it pick worthy for you?
I'm going to give it 5 stars. Good shot, David.
Oh,
Keep going.
polite diss, David. Thanks for the feature, but we didn't want to. Why are you doing this to us? What's happening?
I don't know.
Let's keep moving. I don't like it.
I'm scared. Oh, I have to do a re-import. You want to see if there are any questions? What do you have for us, Chris?
Chris, what kind of questions are there
Yeah.
out there?
We've got some. First of all, what do you think about On1 photo software? Are you a fan? Have you used it?
Oh, I need to
You have to look at
retest
it again.
Yeah. I literally just talked to Matt Klosklowski this
Oh.
past week about On1, and he's like, it's time to readdress it. So I need to look at it again. They've made a lot of improvements on it. I've seen them releasing new updates and stuff. So it's time for me to take another look at it and get back to
Cool.
everybody.
They had a lot of good
Yeah,
ideas.
I use it along with a friend of mine, and it's very powerful. It's a true competitor to Photoshop. My friend has gone directly to using only that instead of Lightroom and Photoshop, and he's
Really?
getting great results.
Yeah, it's got some really great features. There were just a few things, we tried it early on, and there were a few things that just weren't quite right for me, but they've improved a lot. So it is time to give it another chance. What else? What other kinds of questions?
Yeah, and a lot of questions about the A7 R3. Did they announce when it's going to be available?
I saw that it's starting to ship in Europe at least, like Saturday. So I think it's shipping just immediately. This is their naming is confusing. It's not the A7R3. That's
The
been out. It's
A7
the
III.
A7 III.
Correct, the A7
The
III.
$2,000 full frame entry level camera that we
Make
released
sure
a
you say
review
full
about.
frame. You're going to bug people out.
I misspeak at times, and people point that out. Yeah, are there follow-up questions about that? Does anybody? I don't know, I
Well,
guess not.
one of the questions was, would it be good for portrait and event photography? And another one is it a true full frame camera?
It's definitely a full frame camera.
Mm-hmm.
Did you like it for portraits and events?
I liked it for portraits. I didn't do a true event with the camera. I don't feel like I had enough experience to really speak to that format, but I did hear other wedding photographers there saying that they thought it would be a great wedding camera, or like a B camera or a backup camera.
Yeah, I guess I can say as much as you can tell from spending a few days with the camera, I feel like professional portrait and event and wedding shooters should have a great time with it. But at the same time, if I recommend gear to professionals who are going to be relying on it, I kind of like to give it 6 months of actual life.
We need more time with it.
And, let other people be the guinea pigs for those things and see how it kind of holds up of being tossed around, and does it actually shoot all night, and will it work with your strobes properly? And there's just so much to that I don't want to like push any pros out there to take big gambles with it.
Were you able to try it in real low light conditions like you'd see at concerts and wedding receptions and things?
Yeah, we had it in low light because I was just, I was just using it. We were taking pictures of each other and of our friends and stuff, and it worked well. I thought it had great low light capabilities.
Yeah, it would just focus, and it's got sensor stabilization, so you can use slow shutters without a tripod and stuff. Yeah, I didn't find any major problems with it, which apparently makes me a total Sony shell.
Well, that was the problem.
Yeah.
And actually, so if you can imagine, like, they send all the press out, Chris, and we're just all nerds, but some more than others. So you have these highly technical people, and like, people think that we're biased, but really you want your career to be good. So everyone's always looking to be critical, because if you can find the weakness, you get like nerd bonus points, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like if everyone's like, this camera's great, and then you point out a huge flaw, everyone's like, I didn't think to look for that. So everyone's trying to pick this camera apart, and they're just like, hey guys, do you just really like this camera? There were some small things. People said some things about the lens mount. Rishi found some artifacts when he was shooting like directly into a light, all the way opened up with his lens, but we couldn't reproduce that, or haven't had a chance to.
And the light's at the very corner of the frame, I think.
Yeah, there were some really kind of, we'll have to test that more. But yeah, it was a good camera. It's just a good camera.
Yeah, it's just a good all-around camera. No major problems with it. It seems like a good value. One thing I should have mentioned in the review is that before you buy, you should definitely size the cost of the lenses up.
Yeah.
Because the lenses,
Some
you don't
of them
have
has
like
expensive
lots
lenses.
of Tamron cheap lenses you can choose from, and
Yeah.
they just don't have. But Sigma and Tamron have announced that they're going to be releasing lenses, so I think we'll see more inexpensive lenses coming. But right now, yeah, you're still pretty much you would want to get G Master lenses pretty much. That's what I'd recommend.
Yeah.
That can be way more expensive than the body.
Real quick, what was the thing about the mount? Because I've never heard that as an issue for a camera before.
So one of the people that we were with thought that the mount was not as secure as other mounts that he'd used.
Okay.
But I don't know if that was just his camera or just his perception. I wasn't having that experience, so I don't want to speak to it, but it would be something that I would look into in the future.
I understand. Yeah.
I've definitely had people like our peers will get really into the strength of the mount of the camera, and I never think about that.
Well, that's what's hard is that everyone cares about different things. So we do a lot of wildlife. So sometimes I care about something and my peers say, why would you ever want that feature? That's stupid. And it's because they're not doing the same type of photography as me.
Literally
So-
nobody else cares that they don't have a 600 millimeter lens for Sony.
I know, but it's
nobody
like-
cares,
it's
but
really,
we do.
It's really breaking my heart,
Yeah.
and they don't get it. But at the same time, they have experiences shooting that I don't. So you kind of have to look at a bunch of different reviews to get a well-rounded idea. Like we can't be all people. We try to be as unbiased and knowledgeable as possible, but we have limited experience.
Yeah.
We're still two people, which is twice as good as everybody else.
That's true. They have multiple people as well. Okay, let's look at these other pictures. Sad little doggos. Kind of want to just bring them home, give them a bagel.
Yeah, one thing about travel photography is that when you travel from wherever you live to some other place, you notice things that are different. But if somebody lives there, then that's not travel photography to them. It's just kind of normal way of life. And this picture doesn't tell me anything about where it is. There have been lots of places that have big outdoor dog populations. And I know I'm always struck by it because we don't have that in the US, but so much of the world does have that. This is definitely travel.
Wow, you're really going
this
places,
is traveled
Ian.
anywhere. Yeah.
That was a cool picture. This guy just seems like I could really chill with him, Amanda. I get a feel for the location.
I love this guy's beachwear.
Yeah.
Button-down shirt, boots.
Ooh. Okay.
Okay, that's just got to be a straight-up Lightroom bug.
Yeah, that happens.
The develop module like completely changed pictures.
Wow.
Yeah.
What?
Someone made a huge navigational error.
Okay.
What is going on? Lightroom.
Okay, hold on. We just got to use the develop module. Wow. This is really interesting.
Is that on a canal?
It's such a foggy day. I don't know what to do with this.
Yeah, I don't know if it's been wrecked or it's under construction, but it's cool. But yeah, it's so low contrast, and
Richard.
this is like I have so many pictures just like this. You want to capture the history behind these ancient ruins, and it's so cool. But
I get that one.
a third of it is under
Construction.
it's got rafters all over it, and then you have
This lady.
just geeks in brightly colored t-shirts everywhere.
Why'd you kind of call this guy geek? Rude. Yeah, it's tough if you go to a place with a lot of people and a lot of construction. It's hard to kind of capture what you're seeing.
Hmm.
Your brain probably edited out a lot of that.
This feels like street photography to me, though I'm sure Michelle was traveling, and I don't know, I wish I had a little bit more of a story to it. I do like the kind of different directions.
I do
that
feel
the
like I'm
subjects
there,
have.
and it really does make me want to travel, though. Has a very just real feel to it. Wow.
I like the color and composition of this a lot.
Yeah, really nice. Ooh. Oh, this is bad for us.
Yeah, this is really pretty. Sometimes I'll find this angle and I'll just set up and wait for somebody to walk through it. You can, if you put your camera up on a tripod, you could just set a timer and let that take care of it until somebody walks through at the perfect moment. Or you could just pretend to just be looking at your camera, especially if it's silent shutter,
Sneaky.
and just kind of hold it at waist level and click. And if you're there first, people will walk through the frame and they won't be as disturbed by you as if you're like chasing somebody down and trying to get a picture. We forgot to bring Ira Block's book down.
We did learn that tip from Ira Block. We have a video on photography with Ira Block. He's a National Geographic photographer. He's incredible. You should look up my video with him because he had a ton of great tips.
His Cuba book is still out. So go to Amazon and look up Ira Block Cuba and you'll find his Cuba book. It's shipping, right?
Yeah, I
And we
bought
got
one.
ours, so I presume it's shipping.
You have 2 videos with him, 2
Yeah.
interviews.
That's true.
Yeah. Well, this is cute. I like when kids have better luggage than me.
Oh, is that what that is?
Yeah.
Yeah, that kid is fancy. Wow. I would definitely strive to find some angle that didn't include all the tourists. I mean, you're telling a story of, hey, I'm here with a bunch of tourists, but that's kind of not what people want to see about travel photography.
Well, you can also do a long exposure
Yeah, that's a great idea.
with you need an ND filter, and then you could blur everyone, and then you still kind of like, hey, they're here, but they're not really bothering me. This is a great composition. Beautiful. I wish I were there. Looks like they have sun.
This is a good example of long exposure. It's taken at night, so probably was able to shoot it handheld, but you could see the people in the foreground are moving, and it means that they're not as distracting, and you can kind of take in everything overall.
It also adds some life to the photo.
Yeah.
To have some movement. I like that one. Okay. All right.
Yeah, feels like a
Nice.
landscape photo. It's kind of an interesting shot.
Oh. This looks a little bit dangerous. Really nice.
I want to look here, and I feel like it focused up here.
I think there's camera shake. Let me see. Half a second. So he got a little shake. Oops. Meant to press Alt. Let's brighten this up. Maybe the whole thing needs to be. I like how this thing is framing the boat. But I think you just needed a tripod. But they're a pain to carry, am I right? Iceland.
Oh.
Wow.
I feel like
What's in there?
that's a big hole.
Yeah, I'm scared.
Sorry, I'm kind of tired today.
Yeah, we're not the most insightful people today. We're like, oh, Iceland.
It's a big hole.
Oh, wow. Really impressed. Wow.
Oh, what a great story.
I'm going to give you a pick.
Yeah, I was reaching for that too. That's a great shot. I love the person in the foreground, the otter, and somehow you got everything arranged and composition so perfect. Great presence of mind to get everything lined
I
up.
didn't even notice this guy.
Yeah, I didn't either.
And it's taken with a smartphone. You actually get bonus points for that. I know if you're out there
Oh, wow. You're
paddling,
going to get trolled so hard.
the smartphone might be the only camera you have with you, but no, that counts extra.
Hey, speaking of getting trolled so hard, we should go to do Chit Chat.
Let's do chit chat. What is that exactly?
Chit Chat is the part of the show where I collect your comments from the YouTubes, and they're usually awful, and I read them back to you.
Okay.
Dingbat says, oh, this one's not. Thank you for admitting you're both human and make mistakes like us mere mortals. Keep up the great work. Peace and love. I started out positive. I'm pretty sure it gets worse from there. Guto says, oh my God, you're probably the worst drone pilot I ever seen. Don't even know that props wave effect will appear in every video if you use high shutter speed. Oh my, such a waste of time. And
So there.
yeah, and you were like, what? I know things. And then,
I'm not the worst pilot. I will say that.
well, he said the worst pilot he's ever seen.
Oh, I've seen worse. People fly their drones right into the wall the first time they fire it up. I'm better than that.
Yeah, you're a step. I'll give you a step above that. Really rude, Gudo. Elliot says, I got tired of your upspeak, so I unsubscribed. And Tony goes, you can just leave without trying to make us feel bad. And I was like, what the heck? I hate when people police the way that we talk.
Yeah, like maybe pay attention to the content.
Yeah, maybe try not to be a weenie. Harold says, good to see your review as I'm considering a purchase. But why do you pronounce better? It's called an accent, Harold. Get a life. Mason says, production is amazing and great advice, but you need to get to the point quicker. Cut down the time talking and you'll keep attention longer. Who the heck are you, Mason? Who are you?
I could say the same about your comment, Mason.
Yeah, too long.
Stop the nice part and just get right to the mean
And then
part.
I have a section called delights where I put the nice comments, but I didn't do that.
Okay.
I put it in the beginning. Well, just remember the first one.
Well, let's take a look at a Squarespace portfolio. Squarespace is our sponsor, and every week you can send in your portfolio, and we'll take a look at it during the live show. I'm going to open up a few, and then we can pick the one that
You don't
really
have
strikes
to
us.
buy one for us to review it. You can get a free trial. No credit card needed. It's not a trap. I promise. You don't have to cancel anything.
Dang, Malcolm,
Just
this
go
one
there to
is so good.
squarespace.com/Tony, get your free trial, and then you can submit it. Maybe we'll look at it. Do you want me to choose one? Are you okay?
Perhaps. What's your which, oh,
Are you okay?
I don't know why that's making me log in.
This one.
This one. Okay. Paul Scarat. He's in Liverpool in the UK. First, I want to get to know Paul a little bit. Oh, Paul.
Oh, Paul.
Give us a little picture and like a little mini bio of yourself.
We needed to know.
I'd like to know more about you. Okay,
Maybe
so
this
he's got a side-scrolling portfolio here.
I like the colors and tones in your photos.
Okay. I don't know. Is this a category? Because I just see like 5 pictures here and I'm not sure.
Can I say things?
Yeah, please.
I really like his pictures. I like your pictures, Paul. And I like this template a lot, but I don't actually think it works for your pictures because you have a lot of buildings. And so the pictures are blending together in a strange way. Like I'm not getting to see each one alone. If it were a building and then a flower and then a person, I think I could distinguish one from the other. But just because of the way the architectural photography is working, it's all kind of just like mushing. And I don't think it's doing your photos justice. So though I think you picked a really nice looking template, I'm not sure that it works for you. But let's see here. Maybe it does. Wow, look at this one. That's a great picture. You like that? Barcelona. This is also on theme. He's traveling. I like your picture of the wheel here. You got great pictures. Can't argue with that. Let's see your portraits. Nice.
Yeah, these are good solid portraits.
See, it works a little better here. You can actually, the photos look separated. So you have some nice portraits, a lot of the same person. So maybe choose a few of your favorite of her. I can see she's photogenic. I can see why you like her. I like this photo with the lights in the background. Nice. Live events as well. He does it all. I love this yellow one. The red, yellow, blue, really cool. You made a cohesive theme here.
Yeah, this layout is great. Yeah, I love the use of color.
Me too. This works really well with this template. You must be so confused now. Do I keep the template or not? And then miscellaneous. Ooh, I love this one with the bug. You got a great eye for color.
Yeah, and these shots are really interesting and compelling.
You really have your own style. Oh my gosh, and you love pizza? Did we just become best friends?
So I don't see that you're trying to sell your photography. I think you're just kind of showing off your work. At this point...
Here's Paul.
Oh, it's under
him.
profile. Oh, okay. You might just... I was confused by the name profile. Maybe about is more clear. It helps. So people don't have to learn how to navigate your site. Just use common words like that. I would combine both with this with contact. But here's your profile. Good.
He's self-taught, but his cousin taught him the basics. Really cool cousin. I can learn a little bit about you. Cool.
And look, he sells prints on his site because every Squarespace website includes a store and you can actually start making some money with your pictures. And that, especially the Eiffel Tower one, I'm sure that one sells really well. Good portfolio, Paul. I think we gave you some useful feedback. You might also consider, I found the home confusing and then you have these different galleries and you see all some of the same pictures. You might maybe reduce the number of galleries a little bit and promote them to top level so we don't have to go through that drop list. And and then get rid of the home and just have them land in one of those categories. I thought the strongest category was the concert, the live events photography. So you might have people land there and then let them choose another category.
Use of color was really good.
Here's what Paul had to say about using Squarespace. An incredibly easy experience, great price plans, and amazing customer service. Oh, and thanks for the discount. Dang, Paul, you set me up perfect.
Whoa, Paul.
Yeah, we can give you a discount on Squarespace. Head to squarespace.com/Tony. Try it out. Get your 14-day free trial. Pull together your best pictures. Make them look awesome. Share it with the world. Get some feedback. Then if you decide you like it, go to use the coupon code portfolio when you actually give them your credit card number and decide to pay.
10% off.
Wow.
That's multiple percents. Okay.
More.
Let's look at more pictures.
Okay.
Well, ain't that pretty as a picture.
It is, but it's mostly water.
You hate water?
I hate water.
This is interesting. This is, Shibuya Crossing. They put it right in the title for me.
Yeah, I like the eye contact. I think it's a great picture of her, and I like the setting. I think if this were shot at 1/10 or 1/4 of a second,
And she stayed still and everyone was moving around her.
yeah,
Cool. Yeah.
That would be a way to just step it up a level.
she's still got some pop though. There's a nice
What?
light on her.
Russell, are
Dang,
you
Russell.
kidding me right now?
Yeah, that's
Pick.
pretty gorgeous. Good shot.
That's really pretty. I want to go there.
Very nice.
This also tells a story of travel.
This is so much more organized than any
Little
nightstand I've
OCD
ever
going
had.
on there.
I'm going to give that a pick. I like it. It looks like a hotel. You know exactly where he is. I think that's the mini bar to the left. He's got his camera, his shades, his music. Is that cigarettes? He's got everything he needs. Wow, look at you with your whimsical
That's
shoes.
the same guy.
It's this. Yeah.
What the heck?
Come on.
We were really getting along too.
He betrayed us forever.
Lucky he doesn't have his pick revoked.
But is this the same dog, or does everyone have this dog? What is happening?
I don't know, but
It's really cute. I gotta,
yeah.
I gotta give you a pic, sir. You pandered and it worked, Robert. Bianca,
dang, that is a big telescope.
that's cool. I like
Ooh.
the story.
Yeah, I like the story too.
I'm gonna give you a pic.
Okay.
Oh, I think we've all been there. We've all been there. Can't keep away from the seagulls.
Yeah, this is such a common sight around here that it doesn't read as a travel photo to me,
I'm
but
like,
I think it's a good shot. I love all the birds in it.
remember that time we were hungover, so we went to the beach to eat a breakfast sandwich and I got attacked by seagulls?
Mhm.
That's what I think of every time I see a scene like that.
I like the
Montreal
geometry of this.
biodome.
That's very cool. I love the just
Wow.
basic colors and rule of thirds.
Pick.
Good shot. Dang.
She succeeded.
Person in the foreground. I wish she could have been a little more prominent
You
in
can
the
see
image.
the curvature of the earth. Trolling.
Oh, Chelsea.
Straight up trolling.
Great shot, Felipe. Yeah. I already said that. Samuel Nerds.
Wish I had a neat old name like that. I like this. It tells a story. I think they're at camp. I'm giving you a pick. The grain might be a bit much for me, but
yeah.
You know
it's
what?
a lot.
it was a choice. And I respect it. Rocky Mountain High by Ethan Allen, which is also a furniture store.
And a previous
Spelled
winner.
I was going to say, we say that every time Ethan sends a picture in. Poor guy.
He's like, why is she so obsessed with that furniture store? Sorry.
It's so cheesy, but I wish the guy were like, had his arms out or something. Don't you feel like he should be looking into the distance like this or being like, oh, I'm here?
Yeah, this is a nice picture. There's just like the colors are so flat, which is not your fault. Truly, I blame the mountain. And it's just the mountain's fault. Why gotta be so brown? Ludo. Sorry about
It
that.
looks like a cool space with these huge expanses of beach, but
Yeah, and
there's
what's
no
the
real
story
focal
here?
point for me to settle on.
What are they doing? Why are they in a line?
I think if you were closer to a person,
Are
or
they
if you
saving
decided,
someone? Is that a rescue chain?
I don't know. Yeah, that's as close as we can get.
Oh boy, I'll never know.
Well,
It was just
this
funny
is
to
a real
zoom out.
slice of life.
It
Yeah.
was just funny to zoom out and see someone on their cell phone. Yeah, this is a slice of life. I'm actually going to explore. I find this picture very interesting.
Yeah, it definitely makes you feel like you're there. I wish there were kind of a more clear focal point and story.
Yeah.
People on their phones.
Always.
Always on their phones.
Always.
This is some color.
Steven. Okay.
I guess that's my way of saying I feel like the saturation might be a little
Yeah,
bit
I'm
high
just
on it.
taking down the vibrance just a little bit.
Yeah.
Chill it out. But I like it. I like the lines. You got a good cloudy day.
Yeah, and include a focal point, like get up close to something.
Oh, he has his low pro bag.
Oh, yeah. I like the person in the foreground here. I think it makes it interesting. The building's so grand, if you could shift a little over to the left and kind of get perfect symmetry so that
Wow.
like these two towers here, this was more perfectly in the middle.
Really
That'd be
nice
a little
picture.
more perfect picture.
Wow, I like the focal point. Of course I'm giving you a pick.
Yeah.
You know
Great
it.
colors, great focal point.
Oh, man.
Yeah, this, well, it feels like any biking country, like, or,
This
oh,
is-
Hamburg, yeah.
Hamburg by bicycle. I don't know what's going on.
No, got a little
Tilt
tilt shift.
effect.
I actually feel like it's too much.
Okay. This is beautiful.
I think the challenge is that the light's so flat that it's hard to, you don't immediately get a sense for the shape of the vineyard or the rows because there's like no shadows.
Yeah, that's a good point.
And that's probably the best you could do at the time. But if you can revisit, that's great.
That's a nice shot. The bicycles. Wow. Long Island Hillbilly.
I like this skyline shot. It could definitely be a poster. People would buy this shot.
It's a postcard moment.
Yeah. Kind of perfect silhouettes of the
Are
skyline.
you going to pick it? Oh.
All right, I'll give it a pick.
Wow. I like this. The sense of adventure, the red shirt against the green.
Yeah, there's a little story going on there.
The colors on this. It's so hard to shoot at night for that reason.
Yeah, the whole thing's a little bit soft, and I wish we had a foreground subject.
What?
This is a nice, prominent
Okay.
foreground
I'm
subject.
going to give you a pick.
Yeah, I love his expression. Great shot.
How is he dealing with this? Wow. I kind of like it in black and white. Just because you focus on his expression a little more. Because his jacket's kind of bright.
Yep, I totally agree
Oh my
with that.
gosh, look at this sweetie. I would trust this sweetie to babysit my child. Look at those kind eyes.
Do you think they traveled to the planet of the apes? Is that what the story is?
It's not travel, but they knew it was cute. And they knew it would get me. So sweet. I like that you added something to the foreground to create depth.
Yeah, I like that.
Oh, whoa. You think he's playing, folks?
Yeah, it was just kind of washed out, right? Throw some contrast
Heck.
in there. Good shot.
Oh, yeah. You get a pick, Marco. Oh, what's happening now, Chris? Oh, my gosh. This is so nice.
Yeah, that's really cute. I like, see, they put some geese in
They
the
put-
foreground.
They were like, whoa. Oh, I see what you did.
Oh, okay. That's a pretty cool take on it.
Yeah, you treated it like a Christmas tree.
Good job.
it a
You get a pick for just being creative about that.
Oh my gosh, this is so sweet.
Yeah,
I'd say
that
this is
really
street
cute.
photography, but it's really sweet.
Yeah, great moment, great interaction there. Perfect.
I hope I have a friend one day. What is this?
It's probably one of the churches that you visit in Europe. We've seen about so many of them. Oh, I like this shot a lot.
Oh,
I
heck
mean, there's
yeah.
some extra processing on there. I might be a little more careful about
There's
that.
some stuff going on.
fringing and stuff.
A little fringy, okay? But I think that we can just give you a pick because you mostly did things right.
Yeah, you put together a story, nice focal point.
Oh, not a lot of contrast. Whoa. Whoa.
That's another one where a long exposure would help. I can see you were at f/22 is as long as you could get.
Muhammad Ali. I'm so honored.
I definitely need a focal point here because the focal point to me are these signs, but that doesn't contribute to the story.
Crab and lobster. It's a nice shot. It looks like he has balloon shoes.
Yeah, that was definitely my first thought, is why are his shoes floating? Okay, I don't know what's going on or where this is, but it's an interesting shot.
Any more questions?
Yeah, we got a few.
Wow.
With the new light.
Sorry, Chris. We
No,
got a
no problem.
You got a
showstopper.
whistle from Justin.
A
so
literal
you get an automatic
showstopper.
pick.
Of course, you get a pick, Carlos. All right, what were you saying, Chris? Sorry.
It's okay. With the new Lightroom, is photo mechanic now redundant?
I never found photo mechanics to be all that useful because it never allowed me to do proper one-to-one previews. Photo mechanic allows you to like call pictures a little bit more quickly. So for me, I never used it. And yeah, Lightroom does seem to actually be getting faster. I don't know that it hits their advertised metrics, but it just does keep getting faster.
You'd use Photo Mechanic in place of like the library module then, if I understand you?
You'd probably, usually what people do is they'll take 500 pictures for a wedding and then they'll use Photo Mechanic to call through those images quickly.
Oh, okay.
And depending on your work, I can still do that. But my workflow, I've tried it. My workflow is still just import into Lightroom, render previews, and then just do my calling into Lightroom and skip the extra step.
Going to this photo, I recognized where this was. It's in Peru. I like the reflection of the boy in the corner, a little storytelling. And I liked this picture of Venice as well, getting the reflection in there.
Yeah, I like
Interesting.
that. Yeah, good shot. Kitson.
Off the wall. That's us, Dave. Oh, what a nice picture. Give you a pick. Ooh, really nice. The tomb of King Paphos.
Yeah, we'd just love to see some focal point in there. Yeah, this is a nice scene too. I wish it had maybe just the bird or like one person in it with all the people kind of doing different things. I still think it tells an interesting story.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good moment.
This is another one that's,
It's so bright, right?
yeah, maybe it just needs overall to be brought down.
Yeah. Now I feel like the clouds have to be backed off a little. They got real intense there. Yeah, I think that's more solid.
What? This is on Earth? This is
Yeah,
amazing.
That's really pretty. Great shot.
It looks like it's floating out here.
Does it say where that is?
No.
Is this
You want to
Hawaii?
go there immediately? The
Wow.
color of the water, right? That's
It's
fantastic.
so beautiful.
Yeah.
Wow, look how
Great
big it is.
shot.
There's a boat for scale.
Oh, man.
Dang. I'll give you a pick.
Good shot, Brandon. You did it.
The building's cut off.
The rest of...
Oh, I was like, whoa, weird crap. Sorry, Alan, to judge you like that. Nice. I like the, how many seconds? 24 seconds.
Yeah, that definitely made it a more interesting picture.
Yeah.
There's so much foreground, but not a real focal point in the foreground. I might change that.
I'm going to give that one a pick. You did a nice job. That's a fun one. I'm going through real quick. Whoa, that is dreamy.
That's beautiful.
Yeah. What? Yeah, a pick. Great
That's
storytelling.
Great shot.
Even the dog is making a nice face.
Got
Really
a little
beautiful.
horizon, but it's a nice shot.
Wow. This seems really dangerous.
This is a kind of a famous photo spot in the Ukraine.
Yeah, I've seen
Oh,
pictures of this place before. That's pretty.
That is gorgeous too,
Wow,
with
this
the
is
light
insane.
streaming in from the side.
I'm giving you a pick. Wow, so many great pictures. Oh, that's good storytelling. Pick. Uh-oh, Chris. Nice. Is that supposed to happen? I've never been sailing.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's the fun part right there.
Oh boy. Looks like a Dramamine time for me.
Oh, that's fun.
Oh man!
Wow,
This is
of
beautiful.
course,
It's
a
like
pick.
Cadillac Mountain, maybe.
That's
Gorgeous shot.
extreme. Jim sets are beautiful. Oh, look.
Oh, I did not even pick that up.
Wow, what a creative
Awesome shot,
point of
Jim.
view. Really
It's
pretty.
very pretty. Gorgeous colors.
Okay, someone's getting real truthy, and it's Colin.
Yeah, this is what so many of us experience when traveling, right?
I'm going to give you a pic
Kids
just
having
because
a fit,
this is
parents
too
lost.
real. This is so real. Oh, this is like just moments before.
James's kids are pretty serious. You got coffee?
Yeah, kids are cool now. They drink coffee. They got to get hyped up. Wow. This looks like a dream.
Yeah, very pretty.
Oh, I've always wanted to go to a salt flat,
You've been.
but not one like this.
Okay.
Wait, where was there a salt flat?
In California, wasn't that a salt flat? Or
The
was that something
Mirage place? That was, what was that, Justin? That was just a dried up riverbed, right?
I think so. I think you're right.
different? Oh, is that
Jesse.
different than salt?
I
Okay.
Yeah,
so.
see, a
There's
salt
probably
I don't
flat
know
is
what I'm
very
talking about.
salty though, being an old. Well, I don't know. That could have been fresh.
I didn't taste it.
Yeah.
I did. My kidneys don't work so well now. Nice composition. Ooh. I mean, this isn't really travel-y, but it's a pretty picture. Wow. You guys killed it. Great photos this week.
Yeah,
Holy
there were a
moly.
lot of great shots in there. Y'all can head to sdp.io/vote after the show is done. Give Chris a little bit of time. And then you can pick your favorite, and that person will get a prize.
That person will get a prize. Actually, we have another prize that we're going to be giving away, but I can't say anything yet.
Oh,
But it's
okay.
it's a good one.
So this person could get a better prize? Maybe?
I don't know.
We'll see. You might get a better
It
prize.
it's
a lot
not
of
up to me.
pressure.
Someone's providing a prize. It's not from us. It's from a company, and they're still working it out. So
Castle's pretty cool. I love the haze in the background.
Yeah,
that kind
really
of separates
pretty.
it from the trees.
wow, aperture blade. Nice to see you. Whoa, holy moly!
What is going
Heck.
on?
Lava, Tony.
Lava?
It's
That's
called
crazy.
lava. Wow.
Awesome shot.
Let's go to there. Oh, that's pretty.
This is beautiful
Oh my
too.
gosh, things got serious.
Oh man, this is awesome.
This is Jim.
Jim,
Pick.
Myanmar. We have to go there.
We could have gone on that trip, but we were too busy doing boring work. Wow.
That is really cool.
That's really cool. I'm going to give that one a pick. I like the story.
Oh, that's Erland.
Tony, did you see the news article? I'm not sure if I posted it or not. On the two photographers that took the exact same photograph at the
Yes.
same time.
Yeah.
I
See
did.
that?
I spent like half an hour reading up on that. That was absolutely fascinating.
Yeah.
I think you can find it on Petapixel. I think everybody covered it, but two photographers took a picture of a wave crashing against a lighthouse.
Yeah.
And they
Yeah.
were probably 70 feet away from each other. And they had both been shooting a lot with completely different cameras and completely different focal lengths. But out of like the hundreds of shots that they took, they each picked the exact same millisecond to share and then composed it and cropped it almost exactly the same, to the point where they each thought the other person had ripped off their picture. And they really had to like go in and look at the minuscule details to see that there was a slight perspective shift. By looking at like the rails in the lighthouse, they could see the spacing between the rails was slightly different. It's a very cool story worth looking into.
Very cool. Yeah. Tony, when you guys had the A7 III, did you get a chance to try it with any adapters, or would it work the same as it does with the A7R3?
Yes, and yes, it does pretty much work the same. I actually put a clip in at the end of our review of me using it with an adapter, and yeah, it seems to work pretty well. I mean, you're still always going to get better results with the native lens. It's going to focus faster with the native lens, more accurately, more reliably with the native lens. But for those of you moving from Canon, you can definitely bridge the gap for a while with an adapter. I still encourage people to get the native lenses. They just are more reliable. For the Nikon world, we've been testing adapters. There still is nothing I would ever recommend to somebody. We tested a couple that were just not
Really?
good. But for Canon users, it's a good short-term strategy.
All right.
Oh man,
Wow,
That's
that's
just
really
awesome.
beautiful.
Oh, it's Lewis Chan. Of
Beautiful.
course,
Oh,
Lewis.
it's Lewis.
Great shot.
You don't have to sound disappointed that it's his. I mean,
I
I was just
mean,
like, oh,
It's
Lewis
still a
gets a
great
pick
shot.
again.
It's like, of course. Okay. That pretty much wraps it up. Thank you, everyone, for submitting. Thanks, Chris. And thank you, Justin, for helping us out. And of course, thank you, Squarespace. If you'd like to try your free Squarespace portfolio, you can go to squarespace.com/Tony. No credit card needed. If you decide to buy it, use the coupon code portfolio for 10% off.
Thanks, guys. And
Thank
we'll
you.
see you next week when we're looking at surreal and abstract photography.
Yeah.
Bye.
That will be interesting.
Yeah, that'll be a good one.
That is all.